Now, see, I'm kind of like pretty straightforward when it comes to writing music, but then every once in a while I like to be avant-garde. How you like them apples? How you like them apples? There's too many things. It's gonna be like too many vehicles, okay? Too many vehicles, okay? Too many vehicles, like too many vehicles, like I said. Thank you. Now then, you clapped, and now you got more than you bargained for. Look at this thing, man. You know that there was a time when people that could afford it, and then people that couldn't afford it, they all had leather-soled shoes were real popular. They're still popular now, but now it's not as common. But you know what happens with leather-soled shoes is that you eat it all the time. So these boots I bought, I stole them from a photo shoot, and which I think means that the record company probably took it out of my wages. Anyway, but then I was falling down. I liked them because I thought they look a little edgy, you know, for me, which isn't all that edgy, just a little bit edgy. And then I kept on falling down everywhere, like outside my house in the paved, walking it like across the street. Nothing happening, just all of a sudden, whoop, hey! And you know, like just the grade here, just the grade of a driveway, just like that. It's like, whoop, hey! And then I dropped my mom at the doctor to visit with the doctor here. She wanted to go to a naturopath, so I said, "Hey, got a bunch of them. So when you're out here, we'll take you to one." They're all over the place up here in the Northwest. I know in Virginia, you couldn't find a naturopath if you had like a hound dog with you, with a naturopath's shirt, like at his, you know, smell this, buddy, go get a naturopath. Can't do it, but I was dropping my mom off at the doctor, and you know. And then as I was leaving, I noticed just to the right of the stairs that I was going to go down, that it said, "Caution, slippery stairs." You know, grab the handrail. And I was going for the handrail. And said, "Foop, foop." And I went down all the stairs, and down the stairs. It would have been America's funniest home video. But thank goodness, nobody was filming it. And then I had this, you know, oh wait, I got a really weird story for you. It's not that good. The reason I was reminded of it was because my pride was injured, understandably, by falling down the stairs when there was a sign at the top of the stairs that, "Warning, caution. Grab the handrail, or you're gonna, you know, especially if you have leather sole shoes." Anyway, see, I fixed them. I put, my wife had them, someone put some stuff on them, so that now they got grip. But I'm sorry to all of you that expected some level of music to be going on. Now that it turns out that it's just sort of some idiot rambling with occasional semi-musical events interspersed into the mix. But look, I don't know why I'm doing this so much tonight. It's a weird thing. It's like I'm hitchhiking. I want to go somewhere. Hey, anyway, where you going? Get me. Take me to your leader. So anyway, because I was reminded by the humiliation, and I think I might be the only person in the world that this has ever happened to. It's not a great story. It's a boring story, okay? It's not that good, but I'm telling it anyway. So, no, what was happening was I was riding with some friends, my wife and a couple friends that farming friends, and we were out on the farm, riding horses, and they gave me Bob. Bob is he was not a cart horse, he was like a carriage horse. So, you know, he's retired now, but he used to be a carriage horse, and Bob could take it, because, you know, if you have a carriage that's, you know, you just got married and you're gonna ride off on the carriage, you don't want a horse that could be like, oh my God, and just freak out and, you know, run you like spinning and rampant in the blood, and the white dress is ruined and the groom is decapitated. So what I mean is that Bob is like really chilled out. So with Kevin, who was with me, who sort of helped take care of some of the property that I have back in Virginia, is a good friend of mine. He gave me Bob, and he said that, you know, he would always say, like, if a bear comes, because we saw some bears on the farm out there, they said, if a bear comes, you guys just hold on, because the horses, you know, they're cool and everything, they'll listen to you. But if a bear's around, like, they just have to see the bear, like, over the way over there. They'll go there, a horse will just, apparently, I don't know, I'm not a horse psychologist, but apparently a bear is something that a horse is not down with. And so apparently, you know, it's not like, wee, wee, it's like, boom! It's not like a Hollywood horse, you know. It just hits the road. So, but he said, but then he clarified. He said, but you know, if any, Bob might not run. Bob might, you know. So I was psyched to have Bob, because if you told Bob, John, this is the good thing, and I'm not a great rider. I look a little bit. It's kind of probably amusing to watch me ride, but I like it. And I get, you know, I've fallen off a few horses, and I get right back on. So I figure, you know, now I know what it's like to fall off a horse. But anyway, I was on Bob. Bob is chilling out. He goes, does kick, and then he runs. You know, if you ask him to, hit it, Bob. Then Bob hits it. You know, and sometimes you get that smooth, and you know Bob is really turning on the gas when you're going crum crum crum, and all of a sudden it's like, and then it gets smooth. You know, I don't know if you ride. Sometimes when it gets smooth, that's a good feeling. It's a little bit scary though if you're it's like me skiing. It's both really bad. You know, I'm the guy who people are flying past on the ski slope, and the guy, and then the security. I didn't even know they had security guys on ski slopes until some guy said, "Slow down, you're skiing beyond your ability." Screw you. Anyway, so back to Bob. So Bob and me and Kevin and a bunch of people were riding the horses. I'm sorry, I'll get on with it now. So we slowed down by the fishing hole just to chill out for a while, and a friend of mine was riding a different horse. You know the bit is like, the bit goes, sometimes the bit comes out of the mouth and goes, and sometimes it comes out of the mouth and it goes, and sometimes, but this time, this horse had a bit that came out and went, see, that was the horse's bit, not Bob's. Bob's bit was like this or something. This horse's bit was like this. And then it was walking, the horse was walking up next to me. And I think it must have had an itch or something. And it just like nuzzled up against my leg over here, and then I said to the horse, these were my last words. I said, "Don't bite me." And I was sort of being, hey, I'm a farmer. I can take it. And then the horse, I guess, was listening to me and tried to move its head, but the bit was in my pants. So the horse did a thing, like if I do this, see, that's not that impressive if I go like this. But when a horse does that, it's a great gesture. It's like a big gesture, like if I do this. That's not that impressive. But when a horse does that gesture, that very same gesture, it's like this. And so then, what happened was that it was in my pants. So then one of my friends that was riding with me is here right now. And he, if you don't believe me, he'll tell you. Fenton is here, and he was there. And anyway, what happened was, wait a second. It threw me way up in the air. And my legs, Fenton, this is what Fenton said. I don't remember this because I landed like Spider-Man on all, you know, sort of on all fours maybe, but favoring my legs. But Fenton swears that both my legs were above my head at one point. That's what he said anyway. But the funny looking part was when because my knee went, this part of my leg went first. It must have looked funny because like I was doing like the super Charleston. And then I went out. Anyway, that was when, and then I fell off. But what I was saying was that I think that I'm the only man that was ever thrown off of a horse by another horse. And just now that the story's over, a little postscript here. When I got up and walked around the front of Bob, who hadn't taken one step in the whole... he might have, while I wasn't looking, while I was concentrating on my landing, Bob may have maybe stepped a little bit, but I don't think so. I think Bob was... So that when I walked around in front of Bob, I got a sense that he might have said, "Hey."